Welcome to Friesen's online tutorial series. This video will help explain the cover and end sheet templates Friesen's can provide you. We will discuss how to use them and important details that will help you create your best work. Let's get started. Friesen's templates for covers can be acquired in either Photoshop or InDesign formats. We can provide hardcover templates for 8.5 by 11, 11 by 8.5, 12 by 9, 9 by 12. We can also do any custom size that you might be doing for your book. We also provide a soft cover saddle stitch template. And again, if you're working with soft covers and you're doing a custom size, we can provide that as well. Let's look at the Photoshop file first. The first thing we want to do is verify that our file size and DPI is set to 300 resolution. This is really important. If we're working in anything less than 300 resolution, we're working with a low-res file. This is our cover. We want our cover to be the best. So we need to verify that we're working in 300 DPI, and we are. So let's get out of here. If we do create our cover in a low-res file size, we'd be looking at recreating the cover from scratch, and nobody wants to do that. Now that our document's ready to work with, let's discuss what we see. On the edge of the document, we can see we have some blue lines. Those are guides, and from the blue line to the outside edge here, that's what we call the wrap. The wrap's important. The wrap wraps around the edge of your book, folds over to the back, and is covered somewhat by the end sheet. Now, it's important to note, any part of our cover image that we want to have on the cover and not wrap around the book needs to be within the confines of the cover front. Now, if you want that image to wrap around the book, we want to extend that into the wrap area and to the edge of our document. Okay, so that's the wrap. So let's move on to the rest of our document. The document consists of a front and a back side of our cover. On the left side of our document is our back cover. On the right side of our document is our front cover. In the center, we have the spine of the book. This is where we're going to put our spine text. A great spine text is usually between 18 and 21 points, depending on your font. Content that we would put here would be the school name, possibly a volume number, and the date of our yearly publication. To the left and right of that center column, we have what we call a hinge. We typically want to try and keep our artwork out of the hinge, unless we're wrapping that around front to back. Then, by all means, go right through. It's not a problem. But we want to make sure that we keep text and individual images or graphic displays out of that area. So that's our basic Photoshop cover template. Working with this template is the same as working with any other Photoshop file. Create your artwork on here and submit it as a PSD file. This allows our cover department to make any minor changes if they have to without actually coming back to you and asking for the PSD file or sending the file back and getting you to redo it yourself. So now let's look at our InDesign file. It has all the same elements. We have our wrap, which is noted here by the green thatched area around the outside that will not be printed on your final product. We have a horizontal center line, and we have a vertical center line right down the middle of the spine, and the spine is in the middle of that area. And again, a good spine text is 18 to 21 point in size. We have the hinge on the left and right of that, and again, you're going to use this file just like you would any other InDesign file. You can also package and post this or upload this to our Connect Me website in the same fashion you would with a page. And finally, we have our Endsheet file. Your Endsheet file is quite simple. It's a page file. So whatever page file template you're using for your book, you can use for your Endsheets. As with all page templates, it would have a red bleed line around the outside. So if any images you want to take right off or backgrounds you want to take right off the edge of the page, you need to go to or beyond that line. We have the black line around the edge of the document, which is our page edge. This document's set up with grid lines and 3 columns. And we have our page gutter going down the center. Additionally, the one thing you might want to take care of here is getting rid of the folio files and the page numbers. But other than that, your Endsheet file you can treat like any other page file and submit it accordingly. A final note on these templates. The cover and Endsheet templates are easy to work with, they're freeze ready, and they're no hassle. If you're working with a custom sized template and you can't find a template in our download section on ConnectMe that'll suit your book, please contact your Yearbook consultant and they will have a custom template created for you from our cover department. Well, that concludes our tutorial on cover and Endsheet templates. If you have any further questions, please contact your local Yearbook consultant. They'll be happy to help you. And check back for more tutorials on creating lasting memories.